at playing into squishies now with how much damage he got in his most recent buff. To see Duro go for the Bard, which isn't a traditional
Let's go.
sort of...
Chovy down pretty low on health, but yeah, BDD doesn't have a lot of mana. Here's the magical journey from this Bard. Look at that cosmic binding.
Okay, nice pick.
Just, oh, okay. That's the response.
Yeah, to be there and assist.
Well, both supports making their way back to this mid lane once again. As BDD with full control of the waves. Zenith Blade does bring them in. Seismic Shove pushes the Bard back. And right as we're singing his praises, things start to go wrong. But the Dawning Shadow trying to keep him alive, and it will work. As Duro able to fight another day while Canyon is taking this dragon, and Keen is grabbing plates on the bottom side. Just feels like Gen.G have more players on the Rift right now.
Yep, getting a lot done there, able to mitigate that play, able to get the plate, able to get a dragon, everything going well for Gen.G. We do see KT move and look for the grubs though. And in fairness, I think if they get triple grubs here, they're pretty happy overall.
Yeah, honestly, grubs very... so we can't really blame him for
I want it to be an Infernal, I really do.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that would be pretty peak. All right, Gullywall goes down. That's going to block Duro. And cease and desist. And I think Perfect is going to acquiesce. And where have we seen this play before? Yes, it was last game.
I don't think they needed the Rise ult, but, you know, I appreciate that they're fully committed to make sure. Chovy in this match, but now Doctom gets some alone time on the tower with those grubs as well. I don't think he can take the tower right now, but it's going to be pretty close, honestly, if you can get another passive proc in.
Yeah. Does get that short fuse, but isn't going to push his luck.
Yeah, if he gets any more alone time on that heart, it's 45 seconds till the plates are gone. He's not going to get a chance to take it, but it really wouldn't take much for him just to get a bit lower, satchel it, and it go down. But unfortunately, not going to have the window here, and an overstay certainly would have cost him his life, as you see Canyon's position on the map.
Yeah.
So, look, I can't sit here and say I would have made that choice. I would have died there, but I respect it.
Sometimes it's worth it, but maybe this isn't for Chovy as Peter goes in. Chovy actually still with flash, so never mind. He was absolutely fine the whole time. Oh, okay. Well, there is still a turret here as the minefield goes down. Canyon is definitely dead, and Doctom will be taken out by the Dawning Shadow, but I think he's okay with it. Trading that 1-for-1.
Yeah, good chain around there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get away from the ult from Ruler, so it's a 1-for-1, but Jungler dead.
All right, another kennel goes down here as Cuz just needed to press out on anyone to try and keep himself healthy, and down he will go. Tempered Fate over the wall, just predicting the flash, because doesn't press the button. And KT kind of dropping the ball in that particular moment.
Bit of a disaster to take down the enemy jungler and then lose out on the dragon. Ruler and Duro just running Cuz down. Unable to get in range of either of them to really get any healing from that Sundered Sky.
Actually gets a flash out from BDD there.
I think was pretty scared of Keen coming around.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments where you're like, kind of, do I need the flash? Do I need the flash? And in the moment, you're like, I'm just going to flash. I don't want to risk it.
And I think I respect that.
And I feel the regret afterwards. First tower taken by Ziggs, though. Doesn't even need the wave. We'll just launch that satchel.
Only 500 gold in it between these two squads. So nothing much at all. And I feel a little bit better for what KT can actually make with this composition later on in the game. It is a little finicky. It is not necessarily like your very standard team fighting composition or anything like that, but they have infinite wave clear and theoretically great split push with this Yorick, as the wall is going to take BDD out of here. And the Mega Cone, because of course it is a Chemtech Soul again. Okay, Keen in so much trouble. The Zenith Blade says that's a dead Ambassador. Chovy now trying to run his way out, and he will be able to do so with the Phase Rush. But still, was all just a bait for that moment.
Maybe
managed to get that kill onto Keen. I don't know whether it's worth it if that is indeed what their plan was from the start. But I'd like to think that that's what it was, because at least then there's a reason. Okay, Duro in a whole host of trouble. Mega in front of him. Oh, okay! Oh, what? Okay, well, Doctom, I guess, can just say goodbye to whoever he'd like.
Yeah, that's try him, Ziggs.
He's got Shadow Flame. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's pumping. He's doing the big boom.
Like, if Ruler is hit by a bouncing bomb and an ult, he is just dead, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they buffed
it. Well, now he just walks up, takes a turret shot, and maybe the Ziggs isn't even going to hit him, as the bouncing bomb is going to go wide, but the Zenith Blade is still going to connect. He finds the Mega Shadow Bomb! And that is a strike if ever I've seen one, as Doctom will be able to lock it down. Oh dear. Yeah, Ruler used basically everything he could, but not the flash. And I don't even know whether getting to the edge of game performance from the champion, because I think as soon as that happens, people are going to stand up and recognize we're going to start seeing Ziggs bans, because this champion is in a pretty ridiculous spot right now. As down goes the turret, thus is the way of the Ziggs. And now Gen.G at a turret, and they will be able to get themselves an inroad towards this dragon. Just don't know whether it's necessarily going to allow them to secure it without a fight here. As the Cosmic Binding is so good there from Duro. Peter taking a lot of damage as he does make his way out with that magical journey. Mega Cones to get back to the rest of the team as well. As Canyon makes his way over the wall, is perfect on a flank angle. Ruler taking so much damage, so this Ziggs is a monster, and oh my goodness, that wasn't even the sweet spot, and Ruler is almost dead, but he's not, and gets the piercing darkness out. The Ziggs is still popping off though, as Canyon down so incredibly low, and it is a bloodbath once again in this mid-game as KT take over.
Decimation from KT there. Gen.G not able to challenge the backline, and BDD sliding through the portal to blow them up. Oh, Duro.
Okay, yeah, he is on a magical journey, and he didn't even need to press the button. As there it is, the Mega Cone going to get him out of there. Just barred things, I guess, as KT are on the Otacon. And yeah,
no, I'm excited to see this. He's going through again.
All right, there we go. Seismic Shove gonna miss, and so Duro's out of there. There is an inhibited turret that was taken in the mid lane. That happened as well. As we've got pings onto the Ziggs from his own team. They're like, what the heck is going on? As the Ghoulie Wall is just gonna trap Keen in here perpetually. And finally, we are going to see this Otacon go down as the Maiden was helping Cuz. Yeah, Perfect's like, yeah, dude,
basically it.
I do need to ask you now, is this your favorite game of the year so far?
I think it might be.
As, okay, well, the public execution onto Perfect here. He's looking to see whether he can keep himself alive, but he can't. As once again, just going to get picked off, Cuz with a casual subjugate, but otherwise not too much going to occur. That wasn't my favorite part of this game.
No,
just
not.
watching going a lot more consistent damage than Dr. Arm, who does need
the
to
realm
throw
roll, they're
these
going for this.
bouncy bombs around. As there it is. Yeah, everyone piling on top of this Baron. It's immediately spotted out there by KT as they need to get their Trundle over here. Peter is clearing out some vision as Perfect can get that Ghoulie Wall in to try and stop this. Canyon's out of the pit already, looking for a flank angle as they do peel away. And Perfect does spot out Canyon there with that Morning Mist. As in goes Peter, actually. Mega Inferno Bomb just misses everything entirely. And Peter does have to try and get out of there, but he's not going to be able to. And look at the sad Satchel. Just explodes without doing anything. And Peter's life is for naught.
Yeah, I mean, Gen.G make the right call to peel. Void Staff did just come in for Chovy, though. They are setting up around that dragon.
Yeah, Kennel goes down. Chovy able to walk around it as Perfect is making his way in. 50% health on the Drake. The KT are looking for the fight. Tempered Fate does absolutely nothing, as there is a Drake secured for Gen.G. That is Soul Point available, but can they keep themselves alive and find the team fight? Mega Inferno Bomb onto 3 is gigantic. Flash out from Canyon. Keen now being that sole front line. And Gen.G just holding them at bay, and the catch onto Perfect is too good. And Gen.G are able to eviscerate him. Now it's Canyon that makes his way forward. It's ambitious, but it's working. Chovy taking a lot of damage, but dishing out way more. It's a double kill as the Ziggs goes down. And out goes BDD as the last man standing.
Once again, KT in control, but they fumble it in a critical team fight. BDD looking for a pick. The flash in!
Oh my goodness, Chovy just getting on top of him here as BDD really wants to thread the volley. That looked a little bit like tilt as he goes down, and the ace is completed for Gen.G.
Baron going to be the reward as well. Most KT you can ever imagine. It's just, they're always KT.
They really are. A bit fiendish as well as BDD, as we can see in the inventory, as in goes Canyon, looks for that backline as they're looking to just execute Doctom, but that's a great satchel still. It's a trade of a buy for a Doctom, and Doctom was so much more important. Ruler is still standing here as Cuz just walking away. Ruler deals with the turret, and Gen.G, I think they have just found their window to take over this game completely.
Going to be able to push up mid here with the Baron as well. Not really enough wave clear from these two to do much against them. The two melee champions cannot step up against this 4-man from Gen.G. The CC would just mean insta-death. They'll take this mid inhibitor, probably back off after this, but the lead now. We saw so much of this game defined by a 2,000 soul. I'm not even sure if KT can contest this. They are moving roughly in the direction of it, but I think they're just going to back away.
Might be able to try and throw a Mega Inferno Bomb in if you do manage to cheat some vision of the area, as KT are at least going to be able to slink their way over. And so Peter looking for an engage angle. Zenithblade does bring him in. It's the Bard that actually locks this one down, as there is Canyon finding his way in. Tempered Fate to allow them to reposition. Canyon survives somehow! And GenG with the Chemtech Soul! And they were now able to march into the enemy base, and once again it is just BDD left alive. That was illegal, Canyon. Like, why is he still alive?
Saved by his team, the support's there from Gen.G and KT, not as close as the last one, but 2 games where they were in a winning position, a commanding position, but unable to close it out. Gen.G unrelenting, it feels like, in KT, a lot of hopes, unfortunately dashed in this series.
Oh man. And we thought that it was a sad one last time around for KT, but that was sad because it looked like there was no hope. And the problem with this one is it looked like there was hope until it was absolutely gone. Peter goes in once again because he needs to try desperately to do something. BDD does the same thing, but the Nexus is still going to reach the same fate. Gen.G, a 2-0 over KT that could have just as